Hello, all you Ace gamers out there. This is your lead Ace gamer, Ace, coming back to you live with another walkthrough video. In this video, I'm going to go over my build and kind of what I do as far as all the point distributions and stuff goes, and then what I plan on doing in the future with it. So we're going to start out with intelligence. Um, First off, I put 10 points into elemental resistance. This gives me a resistance to each of the different elements, um, and stuff. Just the different elements basically attacks. It gives me a resistance to it, and it just makes it so that I receive less damage from those. And then the rest of my points have gone into percent health points. This is how much health I get every every point that I put in there gives me more health as I level up. So every level up, I'm getting 88% health. Um, so I'll continue that till like 30, somewhere around in there, and then I'll put like 4 or 5 points into barrier, and then probably the rest of my points are going to go into percent health points there. Not really, I mean, that's the plan. So on to strength now. As far as strength goes, I have 12 elemental mastery, and then I have 20 single target mastery. What I plan on doing is as soon as I get 20 elemental mastery, I'll go down here to melee mastery and I'll pump that up to 20. And then after that, more than likely, all my other points are just going to go right there into the elemental mastery. Um, so there you go there. This page, this is the agility page. Right now, I've got 11 points into lock and 12 points into dodge. The dodge is just so that people can't block me in place. I mean, it spends, I don't spend as much MP or movement points getting away from people. And then lock makes it so that they have to spend more movement points to get away from me. That's how that goes. Um, After 20 lock, I will probably put the rest into initiative. Initiative is how fast you move within in that battle. The person with the higher initiative moves first and stuff like that. So there's always that. Now, fortune. This is where things for me get a little bit, you know, weird here. I've got 20 points into percent crit hit, um, and yet I have a 39% crit hit. I get 20 points from here, and then 19 points from my armor and stuff like that. I have crit mastery. Basically, once I get this up to 20, I will be going to rare mastery. Um, this right here just makes it so that I deal more damage on critical hits. So I'll pump that up to 20, and then put the rest of my points probably in rare mastery. Uh, just so that I can do a lot more damage from behind, yada yada. Uh, Here's your majors. Right now I have 1 point in action points, 1 in movement and damage, and then 1 in elemental resistance. Probably the next point that I'm going to spend is going to go into percent damage inflicted. Increases the percentage of damage that you inflict. Each spell has a percentage of damage that they inflict, and the more that percentage goes up. So yeah. Now the items that I'm using at my current level, I am level 127. But these will be good for a while at least. I'm using a visibility cloak. It's got 5% crit hit, AP, MP, and then it's got berserk walkthrough. That's the main thing right there, is that berserk walkthrough. When the state bearer starts their turn with 50% or less of their walkthrough, or their QB, 6% critical damage inflicted for one turn, and then 200% of level as armor. Basically, whatever my armor is, whatever my level is, you multiply that by uh, 2, and that gives you how much armor I get for that turn. And that's a continual thing. Let me see. Then I have the Royal, whatever the heck, I can't say that name. They're epithets. They go on your shoulders. Um, so you can see everything right there. This I was given to by a person just today. I got to put a couple of things in there, but this is a relic. This is my epic, and this is I've got 7% crit, 1 control, 1 AP. So so it's actually really good. It's level 125, so this is going to be viable for an extremely long period of time. I've got one ring here. It's got Berserk Walk Fu level 2. You can see the stuff that I put in it right there, the ruin stuff. What it has on it. I'm not going to go over every single thing. I've got my pet. It's level 3 right now. This is level 0. What it has, I'll end up. I got to feed it so I can do that. This is my emblem. It's a Rictus emblem. This is what it's got on it. Here's my weapon for right now, the cocktail straw, and what it's got on it. Scroll down there so you can see a little bit more. My boots. It's got critical hit expert on it. At end of turn, if a critical hit was performed, 6% of HP heals 6% of HP lost to the caster. So anytime, like, if I score a critical hit, it heals me for 6% of the HP lost. So, bam, there you go. Here's this. I probably should switch it out for a better one, which I probably will end up doing. This is a ring. It's not mythical or anything like that, but bam. Here is my breastplate. It's got critical hit expert 1. I do believe that the 2 it actually overrides the 1. So, there you go. Everything on it. Here's my amulets and everything on it. And then here is my helmet and everything on it. The reason why I am making my character this way is because I'm trying to center around crits. Like I said, I have a 38% crit hit with this build, which is not bad. I probably could get it up more. My critical hit mastery is 100. I have a rare mastery of 81, a 144 melee mastery, and a 175 single target mastery. Basically, melee mastery is added to elemental mastery to increase damage dealt to targets within 2 cells or less of the attacker. So, just to give you this cell right here is where I start. 1, 2. Okay, if they're within these 2 cells or less, I add this to the first number here by the sword, and that becomes how much damage I do minus their whatever their resistance is. So I can hit pretty hard. It's the same with single target mastery. If I hit them with a spell or a weapon, so there's that. Rare mastery is from behind when I'm attacking from behind. Critical mastery is whenever I get a critical hit. It adds this to my elemental mastery, blah, 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 and does the damage. Also with this build, I have 5,126 HP, 11 AP, 6 NP, and 7 WP. WP is Wakfu points, NP is movement points, AP is ability points, and HP is hit points. So that's my build. That's what I plan on doing in the future. Like I said, it's supposed to be a crit-oriented character. I stack on a bunch of. I use this a bunch of times to stack on Hemo, which is a poison that deals damage to my um, enemies. Let me go over my spells real quick. I use Scam. It does 35 damage, and then if weak point is 50 or greater, becomes 52 health, steal. I can gain 1 WP and consumes weak points. Here's this uh, Perfidious attack, steals MP, deals damage, and produces weak points. It produces 15 levels of weak point. Allows the SRAM to cause more damage with certain spells. Weak point generation generated for the SRAM for the first 4 spells of each branch. When weak point is fairly high level, the SRAM may consume it with the last spell to reach of each branch for ultra powerful effects. So this right here, the scam, would be the last part of this one. It heals me, and I gain 1 MP, well, 1 WP. It heals me, and I gain 1 WP. It heals me for 12.16% per level of weak point that I consume. So if I get up to 100, 12.16 times 100, then becomes 1,216. So basically, I heal 1,216 points of damage. There's a lot more that goes into that because it goes with the elemental mastery and all that too. I have Rascalry. Um, it steals armor, deals damage, and produces weak point. Bleed Dry. This deals damage, deals Hemo at 16 levels, which is the um, Hemo's the poison that SRAMs use. Then you got weak point as well. Cold Blood, it deals, and then heals you 25 per Hemo that is consumed, and it produces 10 weak points. Here's Damage Execution, it's per weak point. Um, consumes weak point uh, if the target has HP less than 35%, the spell takes 20% extra damage. The finishing move for the fire branch is execution. Weak point becomes 100, 175. 1 WP consumes weak point, and then it deals extra damage below a certain amount. And then you've got my air branch, which fear produces weak point. You got my Wily, which teleports me behind and deals weak point. And then you've got the final spell in this branch, which is trauma, and it does weak point damage based on how much weak points you have. So there's that. And then it consumes weak point. I've got Graham. I cannot be locked. I've got double, just summons a double, which is another copy of myself to the battlefield to fight, and then I can turn myself invisible. I have Murderer, which is 15 points, which is 15% damage inflicted on target with HP greater than 35% after KO'd target, heals for 49, regenerates 1 WP. And then I have Bloodblade, which 50% health steal performed. It just ups the percent that I steal. Crazy Scam reduces AP cost. Stabber reduces AP cost. And then I got Brutal Assault, which is +5. It just generates +5 uh, weak point generation when SRAM has weak point 100. Execute Scam and Trauma deal 10% extra damage, which is really good because those are the ones that really, really do the damage for SRAM. Anyway, for the other two, I might do something like Dupery, which is 5% damage inflicted on critical hits and 10 force of will, which basically is AP and MP removal. And then I might do Sram to the bone, 1% CH per 20 lock, and then 1 CH per 20 dodge. Max 10%. So there you go. I'll probably end up doing those two, just because those two seem like the best for my build right now. I'm not using traps. Most Rams do. I don't use stabber. Again, most Rams do. Um, if it comes down to it, I might remove maybe like my double to put stabber in, which is 15% rare damage inflicted on critical hits. Which actually, you know what? Let's do that. There you go. So now I have stabber in there. But that's my build right there. Um, I appreciate y'all coming out. I appreciate y'all listening. Again, welcome to the video. This is your Ace Gamer, Elite Ace Gamer saying see ya and tune in for the next video. Bye.